Welcome to the Starcraft 2 Stock Report, where I tell you what stocks to buy, to invest in, and maybe which ones are not on the rise. We have a Ligulac here, but that doesn't tell the entire story. Right now, you might notice a severe lack of Protoss, but what I want is you're going to short that Protoss stock, because right now, Protoss down, but even though the next patch coming up, everyone calling it a Terran patch, I do feel it's going to bring some new fresh blood. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say Zest. I want to see Showtime, because most of the patch changes gonna be big for Showtime this quarter. And then Parting, risky for those risk takers out there. Maybe a little bit of Parting stock. I would go, and if you have a little bit of weight to throw around, Parting's your play. Neeb, right now, like Neeb is a passion play, but a little risky for sure at the moment as Protoss go. But I would get in while the getting's good before that patch hits. Now for Terrans, Cure. Actually number one here, obviously going for a lot. But as you see, he's on his way up. He has some big weaknesses, but lately he's been on a tear and he's tearing it up. And with the new patch changes at the end of the quarter, I think I would say get a stake in Cure while you can now. Okay, there's limited time only, because this bell curve might go the other way. I'm not 100% confident. I've seen some series, but there is an opportunity there, and it's an up and coming stock, as we can see. Another one. I'm sorry. You're gonna need to sell TY. I know I love TY, but I'm the end of the GSL season. I'm feeling it's gonna be rough for him. I think if you're gonna sell, now's the time to sell that TY stock. It's been strong for so long, but everything slumps eventually. So as for Maru and Innovation, if you can get in on that, that's always a safe bet. But Maru and Innovation, I don't know. Not many people can afford it, so that's the real struggle. What do we get? We got. What is this one? Oh, yeah. Ah, yes. Okay, and of course, we'll move into the... Before we go to the big names in Zerg, of course, Serral. Who can afford Serral stock? If you got in 2017, 2018, obviously you're riding high right now, and there's no reason not to be sitting on it. Maybe get a little more. As for Dark, he is your dark horse. I would throw... If you got any extra, if you had to go somewhere, Dark. Even though... I guess personally, I see a lot of people forgetting he won the World Championship. He really didn't get the credit he deserved, and that means you can invest today. Doesn't go for nearly as much as that Serral stock, even though he's right on his tail. Raynor. A little bit more of an emotional choice, but Raynor is always a safe bet. But if you're going to sell, I'm going to have to say Solar, Rogue, Korean Zergs, downtrend. Dark the exception, but there's going to be a downtrend. I'm feeling it coming with the next quarter. Before that Terran patch hits, you're going to want to get out of those weak Zerg stocks. And by weak, I just mean strong today, but they might not be as strong tomorrow. So let's talk about the dark horses coming up. First, with the patch changes, obviously, a lot of people have been getting in on Clem. Clem skyrocketing right now. You might be like, is this a bubble that's going to burst? Possibly, but I don't think so. Especially now that almost all events effectively are online rather. It seems those nerves and those weak points that Clem was showing sometimes in those LAN events, they're not an issue now. Now is the time, like the best time to get in on that Clem stock, that was like the beginning of the year, maybe the end of last year. But the second best time is now. As for, Big Gabe, everybody's got to have a slice of Big Gabe. I mean, he's got a lot to give. Maybe not too much, just a small bit, but make sure you got a toe in the water there. As for underdogs, I'm thinking Bly. Bly has been on an upward trend. Bly's always a wild card, a little bit of a risk, but he's had some big upsets lately and some dramatic games. So either way, you're going to be seeing a lot of Bly. Also, just looking through here. What else? What else sticks out? Soul. Soul's been trending. Still some weak points there. Some areas not covered, but Soul might be. And what is this? Okay, for business promo video. Yes, business. We're doing business. Scarlet. Oh, Scarlet. You never know what you're gonna get. You have to have a strong stomach to stay on that ride. As it is depends on the day, depends on the tournament. Could be the most exciting time, or it could be a bit disappointing. Scarlet is one of those stocks that everybody's hyped about, and then its owner tweets something silly, and it tanks, and then a week later, it's back up after beating the best players in the world. So, you never know what you're gonna get. As you see, now it doesn't look like much, but you rarely see this many dips. Is there a way to get... No, that's too complicated. Let's just compare. You see several big rating dips here. That's every other tournament. A significant drop and then an upturn. I just want to compare with someone probably more consistent. Let's say, who's a player who isn't always great but is always pretty good? Zest. Oh, that was a bad example, as Zest has been also kind of the same type, especially recently. Bad example. Stats. There you go. Oh, still, he loses a tournament. Cyril. Except Cyril doesn't lose, so bad example. Cyril just kind of slow upward trend. About here, he reached number 1, and it's been up ever since. So Cyril is the Amazon of Starcraft. But yeah, this has been your Starcraft 2 quarterly report. Good luck out there, and have fun playing the game of Starcraft stocks, because we both know you won't play ladder.